All right. We're doing it. First live stream. Hey, everybody. Rankar, nice to see you, man. Thanks for joining. Hey, Board. Yeah, over $1 billion of drug packs. So this is what we're going to be doing in this video is opening over $1 billion worth of drug packs and seeing how many of them give us Xanax versus Vicodin. And when I get quiet, I'm just also keeping an eye on the chat to see who's hanging out with us. We got Wolfgar, Sprougs, nice to see you, man. So here, first, before we go ahead and open all these bad boys up, I want to take a look at all of the people who are participating in this pool because they're not all mine. Only about a quarter of these drug packs are my own. Most of them, or the biggest contributor, is my faction mate Basehead, and he contributed 85 drug packs. So he put forward over $355 million worth of drug packs towards this, which I thought was crazy. Like, who's going to throw that much around? But then if you look at his profile, I'll just pull this up real quick. His net worth is pretty big. Like, sometimes you look at somebody's net worth chart and you wonder, how the heck did they get so much money? So here, I'll go to his profile and view his personal statistics. And I'm only going to look at net worth real quick. I'm not going to spend much time on this. And I know that he and I have both been playing for under 4 years, so I'll set this to 5 years. And I have over 12 billion. Yeah, I'm at 12.4 billion net worth right now. Look at his. It's like he went from nothing to 43 billion all at once. Base. Yeah, Basehead. Yeah, Wolfgar. It's definitely Basehead. If you look at his profile, under it says his real name, he clarifies the pronunciation of his name, and it's Basehead, like the musical instrument. Anyway, but if you look at his net worth, it's crazy, and I asked him about it, and he said that basically he had a couple of friends in the game who were super, super wealthy, and they just quit and then gave him everything. Can you imagine just inheriting like $42 billion in the game without any drama? That's amazing. And then come to find out, this guy lives like less than 30 minutes away from my house. We're both in the St. Louis area, so I'm going to get a beer with him. Anyway, hey Wolf Tank. Nice to see you, Wolf Tank. Okay, so let's get back to the list. So Basehead, he put forward 85 drug packs. I contributed 66. Rankar, you're in the chat, put forward 30 drug packs, so you're the third biggest contributor. Strange Helsing is a friend of mine who's kind of part of they're not technically in the Kingsman faction currently, but they're part of the Kingsman family. Star-Lord is a friend of mine who is a big-time trader. And so even though I'm a trader, I also recommend Star-Lord to a lot of people. So if you're watching this and if you're thinking, if you like to compare everybody's different price list to get the best price on everything, or if you're just in the market to get a new trader, check out Star-Lord and his prices because they're really good prices and he's super friendly and he's great to work with. Hey, Boone. Hey, Anthony Bam Bam. Boone, you're like Pachuri, or you changed your name, Patchouli? Is that who you are, Boone? I'm looking at the picture, and it just makes me think of Patchouli. Anthony Bam Bam, I don't know your torn name. Thanks for hanging out. Sprougs put forward 10 drug packs. They're here with us in the chat. Cider Eyes is another one of my faction mates. So, I mean, the majority of the drug packs here are coming from the Nuclear Family faction. Yash, I can't say I'm familiar with that player. Jag Helsing, he is the leader of Kingsman, so another Kingsman. Wolf Tank, you're here. Yeah, Patchouli. Oh, it's a flower, okay. Emmanuel Caux? Can't say I'm familiar with them. Stirwing. Oh, okay. Oh, duh. Okay, you already said that. Yeah, Wolf Tank, I got you. Wooldeep. Wooldeep is actually my spouse in the game. One of my recruits in the game and a friend of mine in real life. Go Nuke. Yeah, John G. Dump Digger. Anus Killer 007. Crunch 352. Crunch is one of my employees at the lingerie store that I own. There's the Virginian, Wolf Gurr with a hard G, and Fantasy Doll. And those two are both friends that are always with us in Discord. So I just wanted to shout people out for participating, because if I were just opening 66 drug packs of my own, it wouldn't be that exciting, right? But getting help from everybody else made this all the better. At first I was thinking, wouldn't it be cool if we could open 100 drug packs? And then I opened it up and asked some people if they wanted to participate, and pretty quickly we got to over 200. And then I'm thinking, well, heck, can we make it to 1 billion worth? And we made it to over 1 billion. 1,095,000,000. And I did the math, and as long as we get 50% Xanax, if we can get 50% Xanax, we'll be profitable. So, without further ado, let's start jumping into the exciting part of opening these. Now, I have already moved any Xanax or Vicodin out of my inventory and put them in my display case. So here I'm looking at my items, and there is 0 Xanax, 0 Vicodin. So it's clean, everything is separated. Also, on this topic, I want to point out this website. I've mentioned it before, but in case you're not familiar with it, torn.report is a very useful website that keeps track of your stats on certain things. And one thing it can keep track of for you is how profitable you have been when you open supply packs. So when I go here, it tells me that throughout my whole Torn career, over the past 3.5 years, or a little more than that, I've opened 4 drug packs ever. And 3 out of those 4 times, I got Xanax. So I think that's probably better than average. But anyways, so we'll take a look at this at the end. But in the meantime, I also have this tally counter. So I can click and we can watch these numbers go up. You see on the screen there, the Xanax and Vicodin. So that's just a manual tally counter. All right, but let's jump into it. 262 drug packs. Let's get started. There's one. Hey, we're off to a good start. Got a Xanax. Another Xanax. Holy heck. Alright, 3 Xanax in a row. 4 Xanax in a row. Oh! Okay, well, I'm going to pause here. I'm going to go pray at the church. I don't know if that helps give me better luck, but I'm going to do it. Also, I still haven't gotten that merit. What is it called? Be truly forgiven for all of your sins. And it's an easy merit. It's one of those merits that every player should have. And for some reason, I still don't have it. So there we go. I prayed at the church. Also, I own rosary beads, which makes praying at the church more effective. I don't know what the heck that means. Let me know in the chat what you guys think, because what the heck does praying at the church even do? I don't know. Okay, so we've opened 4 so far, and we've got all of them have been Xanax. 5 for 5. Oh my god. There's our first Vicodin. There's another Xanax. Vicodin. 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 So we're still at we're 60% Xanax so far. So we're still, probably ahead of average. Xanax. Xanax. Nice. Xanax. Xanax. Oh, man. Vicodin. Yeah, right. Vicodin streak incoming. Xanax. Xanax. Yeah, before I prayed, it was 100% Xanax. I shouldn't have prayed. Vicodin. Xanax. Vicodin. So now I'm 20 in. Still over 50% Xanax. Yeah, still ahead. Vicodin. Vicodin. Yeah, here we go. Bring on the Vicodin. Oh, there's Xanax. Xanax. More Xanax. More Xanax. More Xanax. More Xanax. Even more. Oh my goodness. This is so far, this is pretty good. There's a Vicodin. There's the Xanax. One thing I've been doing a lot in the last 48 hours is playing more Russian roulette. And I've made like over $200 million in the last 24 hours. There's 10. What's another Vicodin? Xanax. So one thing I'm thinking about doing is just maybe doing a whole video of my strategy, which is not that complicated. It's probably a very well-known strategy when you're doing something like Russian roulette, which is basically the martingale method. So we're still like pretty far ahead. Xanax has still got a solid lead. Yeah, right. There's a couple Vicodin in a row. Xanax. 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 Vicodin. 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 That's 3 Vicodin in a row. Ooh. Okay, here's a Vicodin streak. Xanax. Did it click? I'm not sure. I'm just going to take a quick pause and double check to see how my tally counter is aligned with my drug inventory. And it looks like I have not missed any clicks. So I've got 250 Vicodin and 340 Xanax, which matches up with my tally counter. So I was just double checking to make sure I'm still on track. Okay, still have 203 more drug packs to go. going into this, I really wasn't sure. Like, I have absolutely no idea. Like I said, I've only opened. Oh man, did I? Yeah. I'm trying to multitask. Now I'm forgetting if I bumped the tally counter again. No, I didn't. One more Xanax. Okay. But yeah, like I had no idea coming into this what the results would be. So I don't know if people would like to do this again in the future, or if maybe the results of this don't turn out so good. Maybe nobody will ever want to do it again. But 10 more Xanax. Vicodin. Man, Xanax is killing it. When Star-Lord, the big time trader, that he gave, I think, like 10 drug packs for this pool, he said that he's had good luck with it, and he said that he hopes the numbers are as good to me as they are to him. So that was kind of gave me some confidence. Oh, got a couple Vicodin in a row. There's a Xanax. Vicodin is catching up. But like I said, even if we get 50-50, we're still going to make a profit off of this. And especially if you're buying, if you're like watching the market for drug packs that are on sale quite a bit below their value, you're going to be coming out ahead. There's some more Xanax. Yeah. Just double check here. 440 and 520, so my tally counter is good. Nice. Oh, maybe I can just move this. Yeah, that'll be even easier. I do it. Oh, wait a minute. Xanax should be at 570. Yeah, there we go. Nice. But yeah, if this is any indication of how the next 150 are going to go, then this is good. Ah, yeah. That makes sense, board, because it was off by 2. Ooh, nice. Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. Nice. Whacked Mackie. Another nuker. Oh, just to double check here. There we go. Did it go? I thought I clicked it. There we go. I'll be curious to know if anybody else has done a bulk drug pack opening with like over 100 being opened at once, and curious to know what other people's results have been like. And similarly, I wonder what other kind of supply pack bulk openings would be interesting to watch. Not that it's the most exciting thing to watch, but I mean, kind of, for science. Oh man, Vicodin is really catching up. Look how close they are now. Am I still lined up on my tally counter? Vicodin is actually at 75. Wow, they're almost 50-50 now. Okay. Uh-oh, you guys. It's tied up. Yeah, armor caches. That'd be expensive. All right, we just lost our lead. No. 100 armor cache opening. When somebody can send me 100 armor caches, that's win. I'll keep getting off distracted. I'm not the best multitasker. Still tied up. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. That's a good Xanax streak. Woo. Did I count it? Yep. Xanax streak is over. $100 Xanax. Results. go. Nice. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I'm feeling pretty good about the lead that Xanax has right now over Vicodin. Like a 14 lead, and there are only 36 left. Let me just double check my tally counter. 106 and 120. That's perfect. So far, so good. 36 to go. Dang it. Dang it. Oh, these Vicodin, no. No! Ah! There we go. That was rough. Man, it's a lot of Vicodin. Damn it. Damn it! Our lead is disappearing! Ugh. There we go. There we go. But the thing is, you don't know what these last boxes are going to contain. Yeah, just peek in the box first before you open it. Okay, so we're at only 8 more. I'm going to open them all. Xanax, nice. So, there are 7 left. And Xanax has a lead of 5. So we just want to make sure that they're not all... I mean, they can't all be Vicodin, can they? There's Xanax. Yeah, moral of the story, praying doesn't help. Hey, there's a good couple Xanax. Hey, that's nice. Hey, so the last few are all Xanax. So I think this is still a good result. So I've opened up all of them. Let me just double check. 127 and 1350. All right. So, now let me go over to my spreadsheet and we'll do some math about this. So I've already kind of plugged in some formulas into this, and we got 1,350 Xanax and 1,270 Vicodin. So, if you look at just the item market value, like the most recent calculated market value for the drug pack, Xanax, and Vicodin, we started with 1 bill 95 mil. Let's just do the math and see. So equals the starting, well here, yeah, equals the starting amount, 1 bill 95 mil, minus the total ending value. No, that's not right. I did that backwards. If we start with the total ending value minus the starting value, this pool made a profit of $42,654,000. So all in all, we made a profit, and that's not too bad, but there were 262 total drug packs. So if we take the total profit and divide it by 262 drug packs, so for every drug pack you put in towards this pool, you profited $162,804. So overall, I'm just glad that we're coming out ahead. So now if I hide, let's just hide some columns here. Where do I hide? Hide, there we go. And it's going to be harder for you guys to see probably, but let me zoom out a little bit. So I'm going to send base head 437 Xanax. I'm just going to say equals minus 437. And which means, because I can't send base head 97% of a Xanax, so I'm going to multiply that by the value of Xanax. And so I'll send him a little bit of money. So this equals that minus 340 equals that minus 154. I don't know if there's a faster way to do this, but minus 144 minus 51. Anyways, I don't know if I'll do this all on camera per se. Yeah, I mean, I could copy and paste the formula, but the number changes based on the... Like, I'd have to round down. So equals that minus, and then... Oh, round down. Yeah, I can do that. Round down that number. Let's see how well that extends. Oh. That does appear to work. Okay. That one didn't seem to work, though. Oh. That's because F2 needs a $sign in front of the number 2 to make that a fixed reference instead of relative. I think. Come on. Yep. And now that I know how to do that trick, I'll just say equals that minus round down that number. Autofill sounds good, and that amount multiplied by the value of Vicodin, and make that a fixed reference with a $sign before the number 2, and autofill. Now, total cash to send this plus that and autofill. Okay. So now it's time to start sending. Oh, you think? By the way, is it whacked Mackie? Is it whacked Mackie? Whacked? Is it whacked? Like you whacked somebody? I always have to ask people how to pronounce their name. You think he'll give it away? I mean, that's a lot of Xanax to give away. I know he's a generous player, but still, that's a lot of Xanax to give away. Nope. He's chatting me. Oh, I need to do this for my inventory, actually. So, Xanax. Hey! Fire Doll, Fantasy Fire? Fantasy Doll? Okay, and Basehead gets 437 Xanax. 437. Nope. Yep. So I sent Basehead his 437. Maybe I'll just highlight these as I'm going down. I'm not going to send any to myself. I'll just keep them at the end. Rankar, you get 154. Sent. Strange Hellsing. You get some Xanax. You get some Xanax. Oh, how many though? 144. Yeah, John G, I might do another one. I mean, this one went so well. I mean, we made a profit. So it's kind of hard to, like, say we wouldn't do it again. Alright, so Strange Hellsing got his 144. Star-Lord. So now we're getting to the point where people are going to get, a lot of people are going to start getting the same amounts because they contributed the same number of drug packs. So Star-Lord. Gets 51. I mean, we were lucky. Sprags gets 51. Cider Eyes gets 20. So now we're doing 25 for several people. Starting with Cider Eyes. Yeah, you did. Fantasy Fire. You're just at the bottom. And I'm not doing this alphabetically. I'm doing this in order of by the highest contributors. So you'll get yours. You definitely did send me one. You're just at the very bottom of the list, next to the other 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There were 5 people that contributed one single drug pack. Okay, so where was I? I sent Cider Eyes. So next is Yash. Gets 25. And then Jack Helsing also gets 25. And Mr. Wolf Tank gets 25. Hey, Basehead, you made it. Hope you're feeling better. Hope you feel better. You under the weather, you said? Speaking of, I'm coming down with a cold, so I wonder if we're kind of caught the same thing. Emmanuel Cokes gets 10. How old is your son? Did you get it from school, you think? John G, we covered this. It's bass like the instrument. Bass head. Here, look, fine. We'll go to Basehead's profile. And then you scroll down, and here under personal information, under real name, he specifies Basehead. So he explains the pronunciation of his name here under his personal information. Where was I? Last time I sent 10 to Emmanuel Cokes. Next is Stirwing. Gets 10 as well. Send. $10 to Stirwing. Sent. $10 to my spouse, Wool Deep. Congrats, Fantasy. 50K decks. Are you keeping your stats pretty even, or are you whoring decks? And Dump Digger gets 10. Yeah, so even the people who only contributed one single drug pack still got 5 Xanax. And 50-50 is all it takes to be profitable. So you'll get the 5 Xanax plus the Vicodin plus some extra cash, which will make you positive. So next is Anus Killer 007. Gets 5. And Crunch 352. Five. Next is The Virginian. Gets 5. And next is Wolfger. Gets 5. And last, but certainly not least, Fantasy Doll or Fantasy Fire. I still owe you, I haven't forgotten, oops, Fantasy, a custom profile pic. I think I'm gonna get Asta to do it, because he's really good. That's on my to-do list. I'm gonna get that taken care of. Okay. Now, technically, I'm going to end up personally with Basehead. You've been waiting 2 months. Whoa, what, for Asta to do an image for you? He did something for me, and it didn't take him that long recently. But it was a pretty simple. It was a thumbnail image for a future video I'm gonna do. I don't want to talk about it too much, but I'm kind of excited. I'm gonna do something for April Fool's Day, and so he made a thumbnail for that. Okay, so now let's hide. Let's go over to the Vicodin. Actually, let's hide all these. There we go. So I can just focus on the Vicodin that I need to send. What are we going to do with all this Vicodin, you guys? It's going to take us forever. Vicodin prices are going to plummet. Blazehead, what's your new job? Had to outsource for your new pub? What do you mean? Had to outsource. Oh, you like an image for your company banner. Is that what you mean? Basehead gets 412 Vicodin. Yeah. It's funny, Asta also made the banner for my company. I really liked what he did with it. Looked really good. Rancor. By the way, is that pronounced right? Rancor? Like a car? Rancor? 145. Yeah. No kidding. That much Vicodin would take forever to use. I hardly ever use it. 145. The Virginia's like, thanks, but what was all that Xanax for? Maybe they forgot. Where was I? Rancor, 145. Strange Helsing, 135. Cool, Jason. Thanks. Star-Lord gets 48 Vicodin. How did it go? Actually, I forgot. Where's my Okay, so I sent to Star-Lord. Making my way through this one at a time. 48 Vicodin to Sprowgs. 48. 48. $24 to Cider Eyes. 24. $24 to Yash. Sent. $24 to Jag Helsing. $24 to Mr. Wolf Tank. For anybody who doesn't know, yeah, there you go, Basehead. Yeah, you keep your Xanax for yourself. For anyone that doesn't know, Wolf Tank is actually like mostly blind, right? And so when he's always in our Discord chat, there's always like a bunch of because he uses voice to text, and so there's always like little errors in his chats. And he's like, he says, so whatever he says, sometimes it doesn't make sense, and then he'll say, "Oh, I mean this." So sometimes you kind of have to figure out what he's trying to say, but I never really thought about that before. Like, people with different levels of ability in one way or another, it could affect the way that they get to play the game. And it makes it so that they really aren't necessarily as able to participate in certain parts of the game. It's just interesting. But it just kind of goes to show that there doesn't have to be one kind of play style for everybody. You know, there's going to be all kinds of people who play the game in all kinds of ways. Where was I? I need to send 24 to Wolf Tank. Yeah, that's where I'm at. Yeah, no joke. Warring and attacking would be really hard. So Emmanuel Coax gets 9. You play Call of Duty. I don't know what DMZ is. I'm sure that's just some kind of Call of Duty. But the guy that has one hand, that's impressive. 9, right? Let me just double check. Yeah, 9. Stirwing gets 9. My spouse Woldeep gets 9. Dump Digger gets 9. That's the last of the 9s. Anus Killer gets 4. What do I have in my inventory that leads me to have 35,000 items? You know, I had to start moving stuff into my display case because I was getting close to the 100,000 limit. Because once you have 100,000 items, I always kind of wondered, like, because it says that error message down here at the bottom that says, we recommend you reduce the number of items in your inventory. If your inventory continues to expand, your transactions may be restricted. I always wondered, like, what kind of restrictions are they going to place on my actions? But I think the restrictions that come into play are trading. Like, if I have 99,000 items in my inventory, and if I go to trade with somebody, it will not let them trade with more than any more items if it'll exceed 100,000. But for anybody, so you want to see what's in my inventory that makes that up? Here, I'll go to Torn Stats. It's just the easiest way. And then I go to my net worth. Okay, so if I look at my inventory, I am a trader, So I trade and I buy stuff all the time. I'm always buying bottles of beer. I happen to have over 6,000. Big box of chocolates. I got a ton of those. Oh my God. It's just like 1,000, and then plushies. A ton of plushies. Fruitcakes. Why do I have so many fruitcakes? Jackets, line plushies. If I sort it by value, it's mostly energy drinks. If I go to my display case, I've got 107,000 items in my display case. Oh my God. I've got like 138 million worth of big boxes of chocolates. I don't want to sell them until the price goes back up. Because there was a time where they were trending and they were selling for what were they selling for, you guys? Anybody remember? Wasn't it like over $11,000 per box, per big box of chocolates? So I'm sitting on them and I'm waiting for them to trend again one day maybe, and then I'll sell them. I don't know. But for now I'm just hoarding big box of chocolates. And then I've got thousands of plushies and flowers because I'm trying to save them up for National Museum Day. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. The plushes and the flowers, hugely big time, run those numbers up. And of course, the ones that I have the most of are the cheapest ones. Anyways, fly to China for me. I need pandas and peonies. Peonies? How do you pronounce that? I don't know. All right, so where was I? I sent Vicodin to Anus Killer 007. Crunch gets 4. Peonies. I like that. I'm learning how to pronounce all kinds of things today. The Virginian gets 4. $50,000 teddies. That's a lot. Are you a collector, or do you just not care? You just happen to have 50,000? Or are you gonna try to dominate the market for teddies one day? Whacked Mackie? Yeah. It's pretty wild. Sometimes, some people that sell all their plushies and flowers to traders, sometimes they'll go a long time without selling, and then they'll be like, okay, I've got 8,000 lions. And you're like, oh my God, 8,000 lions? What have you been doing for the last months? Just been traveling every day? Not selling anything to anybody? Yeah. Fantasy Doll gets 4. And then I'm done with the item sends. And then it's just the money. 4 to Fantasy Doll. Whacked Mackie. I'll tell you what, I still might have some extra lions. I could probably part with them for, pretty fair price. Because I got a lot of, I got, what I have excess of is, like, actually here, if I go to my display case real quick. I always have excess lions. Like I've got 3,307 lions. But I only have 300 pandas. So for my plushie sets, my lowest plushie right now is pandas. I only have 335 pandas. So I could exchange 335 full sets right now. And I've got like 3,000 excess lions. I don't want to sell them all, though. I need more pandas. Okay. So I normally don't like to send a bunch of cash to people, especially if they're offline, because I don't want people to get mugged. But because all this is less than a Xanax worth, I'm just going to do it anyways. And several of you are here listening, part of the live stream anyways, so it'll be fine. Yeah, whacked Mackie. I'll sell you some lions for sure. I sold you some other stuff too, didn't I? Didn't I sell you a bunch of alcohol recently? Like 300 million worth of alcohol, I want to say. Let's take a screenshot. Wow. And okay. My computer's a little slow. Oh, I guess I need to pull cash out. You'll get there, Fantasy Fire. Hey, and if you've got some spare, depending on your budget and how much money you've got, you can always spend more money on the game. Fantasy's name in the game is Fantasy_Doll. Fantasy Doll. Oh, that's what it was. It was Feathery Hotel coupons, right? It was somebody else I sold a bunch of alcohol to. All right. Basehead. I hope you guys don't get mugged. So I sent Basehead. I mean, these are pretty small amounts of money, right? If anybody's gonna mug you over that much, like, they're not gonna get much. It's not worth their time, really. So Rankar 488 785. Next up, Strange Helsing. Vaughn. Welcome to the chat, Vaughn. Who you? Who are you? Strange Housing gets 232, 253. Here's Star-Lord. Just look at his profile picture. I love it. Maybe it's just because I have I really love Chris Pratt. Whether it's Parks and Rec or, whatever he does. I love Chris Pratt. He's hilarious. Awesome, Vaughn. New to the game? That's cool. What's your name in the game? Have I chatted with you? Do I know you? Sprougs. You will also get 443, 892. Cider Eyes. Whose Mario voice is weird? Oh, nice. Sons of Torn. That's Jack Helsing. So I'm over halfway through with the money sending, and then I'll be done with this kind of boring, kind of super casual part of this live stream. I just want to be able to do it on camera. That way I can say that I opened everything and sent everything all in one go. Kind of for the transparency and integrity of it. Oh, just ran out of cash. Yeah, just ran out of cash. Okay, Wolf Tank gets... There you go, Wolf Tank. Nah, Whack-a-Mackey. Basehead said he's keeping the Xanax. Okay, so this person gets 257,906. Oh, no way. I didn't know Chris Pratt played Mario. Oh, movie coming out soon. I'm trying to think of other fun ideas that would be cool to do to kind of host like a competition for our friend group that follows this YouTube channel. And I'm kind of just thinking through different competitions that I've seen factions do before. One idea that comes to mind would be let me know what you guys think about this. It would be like a Russian roulette bracket style tournament where we just open it up to the first 64 people that sign up and then put it out into a bracket and then kind of see who comes out on top, and maybe I'll donate some extra prize money or something to like the top 3 people, the top, like the final 4 or whatever. Okay, so I sent Wooldeep. Only got a few more to go. Basehead, what did you lie about? Oh, are you sending? Oh, okay, you are starting to send out some free Xanax. You're a generous guy. So pro tip to anyone out there, be nice to Basehead. Because he's a generous player. He gives out stuff. Speaking of Basehead, I've still got a few weeks left on my PI rental before I rent yours. Anus Killer, how much do they get? 129, 640. 129, 640. Yeah, I saw that in the forums too about the ferret. So what, he's just like letting the people of Torn decide who he's going to drop that dirty bomb on? So it's just like what does that, just make it like a popularity contest? Like whoever the most hated faction is gets the dirty bomb? That sounds so expensive. Like, doesn't a dirty bomb cost over like $65 billion? Can you guys correct me? Because I'm not the most knowledgeable about dirty bombs, but don't they cost like over $65 billion? What? He did a Russian roulette bracket to see who'd get bombed. How would that even work? Did everybody sign up for that, like knowing? I wouldn't sign up for that. Who would sign up for that? Where am I? The Virginian, 129, 640. Mm. Oh, that's interesting. So random people volunteered to participate in the Russian roulette bracket. They're not from the factions that they represented, but they just like wore their jersey for the sake of it. Is that how it worked? Okay, this was the last one for Fantasy Doll there. So I have, let me just zoom this back out. Oh, too small. All right, so at the end of the day, I should have a little over 34 Xanax in my inventory because all of this rounding should add up to 8. So I should have 348 Xanax in my inventory. Just to double check myself for integrity here. 340 plus the 8 that I ended up buying by sending the cash. So I should have 348. And I do. So that's good. So I've got the exact amount of Xanax that I'm supposed to have. And I've got 330 Vicodin. Oh my god, that's so much Vicodin. What are we going to do with all this Vicodin? So 319 plus 11 would be 330. Yep. Wolfger's Torn name is Wolfger. All right. Let me see. How long has this been going on here? Oh boy, pretty long. Well, I don't want to drag this out for too much longer. I don't want to wrap it up too abruptly either. But let's see, just to address some stuff in chat. Do you have a Discord server or any other place where you announce when you're going to stream? So this is my very first time I've ever done a live stream. But I do have a Discord server. I will add a link to it into the description of this live stream. It's not there now, but I'll add it after I'm done here. And actually, you know what? I'll put it in the chat. Why don't I do that? Make sure I set this invite to never expire. Copy. There we go. So Gudrim, yeah, I'm not sure I know you. Maybe I do know you, I'm not sure, but... Oh yeah, sorry, what have I done? Yeah, it looks wild. Sorry about that. It's conception. Yeah. We're all thinking it. That's funny. Another thing I'm interested in before we wrap this up is, what kind of things do you think might be a nice idea for me to do in a live stream? Some type of content is better for me to make behind the scenes where I can kind of script it out, practice, and do a lot of editing before just uploading the video. But a lot of other stuff is more fun to do, more interactive with some of the people that are viewing it live, or so just let me know what kinds of things you might want to see in a live stream. Use your booster cooldown. Oh yeah, it ran out. Thank you. I better do that. I'm going to be doing some chain watching. Oh, what am I doing? I'm not going to use my own beer. See ya, Wolfger. Thanks for hanging out. I used to mainly just do lollipops mostly for my booster, but now that my stats are getting higher, I'm more into the beer. Well, as long as some folks are still hanging out, I might as well just maybe play a little bit longer. Maybe I'll do some Russian roulette. Man, I'm getting so addicted to that. I wonder if I could make $100 million in this sitting doing Russian roulette. Grrr! Nice. All success. Oh my god, a few hundred mil a pop? I mean, risk of mugs would be high if, I don't know, I'm not gonna... See, when I play Russian roulette, I don't play for a few hundred mil a pop. I don't gamble like that. The way I play is, low and slow martingale method. So, here, actually, I'm gonna see if I can start a race first, and then I'll... I just start with 1 mil. I'd start with 1 mil, and if I lose, then next I bump it up to 3 mil. I'd at least double my bet. I more than double my bet if I lose. As long as I don't lose 9 times consecutively, I'll be okay. Let's see if I get a dirt race. Sewage? I'm not doing that. I can only win on dirt race tracks. You gave up after 300 mil? I'm gonna do it. Overall, I am up like 250 mil so far in Russian roulette. And I basically started like yesterday. Like I never did this until, yeah, so like 24 hours ago, I was up like 15 mil. And then in the last 24 hours, I've made another 235 mil. Oh shit. Who sent me money? Scared me. Well, you're funny, Basehead. You didn't need to do that. Alright, well, I will play. Where was I? I wasn't expecting somebody to send me money to gamble with. I was going to gamble with my own money. This will just give me more confidence, though. The thing is, I start small, though, so it's not going to be, like, super exciting, but I don't know. I still get excited when I win 1 mil or 2 mil. I don't care. I'm not going to, like, start with 50 mil, though. Oh, I guess I should get some money at it. Damn, net total. You're down 4.6 billion. Ouch. That's a pretty big loss. But I mean, if you think about it, in terms of real money, what is that, like a few $100? Oh. A game between friends, huh? I'm curious to know how many acts of courage you have. Womp womp. Alright, so I bet 1 mil and I lost it. So now I'm going to bet 3 mil. Oh wait, first I got to go to my inventory and use a small med kit. Now, I'm going for 3 mil. Uno mas. I'm coming for ya. 75 acts of courage. I think I might have more than you already. Like when it starts with me, I do the 2-shot. Because then, as long as they don't use any acts of courage, they're the one that's going to land on the 5th bullet, which is a 50-50 shot. Yes, Spacehead, I did get the cash you sent me. Like 50 mil? Yes, I got it. I just didn't want to... Do you want me to play? Do you want me to do a 50 mil Russian roulette right now? Basehead, I'll do it. It's your money. Is that what you want me to do with it? I won. So I lost 1 mil, but now I won 3. So from those last 2 games, I'm up 2 mil. Basehead, just let me know what you want me to do with that 50 mil. Do you want me to go all in and just slam 50 mil on the table? Tell me. John G thinks I should do it. Fine, I'll do it. Okay, I'll do it. Now I'm nervous. 50 mil, here we go. I've never actually. The only time I've started like out of the gate, like if I'm doing martingale and if I'm losing, I've gotten up to like 65 mil, but I haven't never started fresh saying with 50 mil on the table, unless I was back in the day when I just did it for a merit. But that I was doing that with a friend. Because if you win, you get a merit when you win 100 mil in one game of Russian roulette. So if you don't have that merit yet, then you should jump into this game with me, and we're playing for keeps. I wonder how long I'll have to wait, though. Well, I feel like I shouldn't have to wait that long. Sometimes people... Yeah, look at this. Mysterio is playing for a quarter bill. NYC something. He often is betting like 5 billion. I see him all the time in the last couple of days. Let me double check who it was. Yeah, NYC Tiger. This player is always putting down huge bets. Damn it! Lost 50 mil, just like that, man. I just got another 25 mil. For mystery meat, the guy who beat me sent me half of it back? What a gentleman. That's wild. So this guy, or girl, I don't know them, mystery meat, they beat me and they sent me half of my money back. That was nice. That was a gift. I'll take it. Oh, he is? Okay, I didn't know that. What? Why are people sending me so much money right now? I guess I better... Try again. Okay. But I'm gonna do all 75 though. Cause, why not? Oh, come on. All right, 75 mil. Balls to the wall. This is totally going to mess my stat. I mean, it's not going to... I'm fine with it, but my stats are going to go totally wonky now. Oh, yeah, there it is. Nuclear blast. One in 5. One in 3. Oh! That's 2 big losses in a row. See, that's why when I play with my money, I go real slow. Yeah, I probably do need a faster computer. But as far as I'm concerned, none of that was my money, so thank you guys for entertaining that. If I go back, I could always, in terms of the money that I gambled, I'm still ahead because I was playing it small. So if I go back to my own method, like, I could sit here for hours. Well, not forever, because eventually I'll run out of medical cooldown. But I could sit here for hours and bet a mil, win it, bet another mil, lose it, bet 3 mil, win it, and just keep going. And it's like, you just keep winning the millions. Like, you can pretty safely get. God dang. Okay, so I lost. That was my own money, so now instead of 2 mil, I'll go 3 mil. And then I always go back to the lobby because sometimes, like, I might have started a match for 3 mil, and then somebody else will come by and they'll start another match for the same amount when they could have just joined my match. Let's see, who starts this one? They do. See, I would have done the same thing. When I start, I pretty usually start off with a double. Oh, man. 50-50. Ah, that's fine. See, I'm not worried about it because, so I'm down 4 mil total. Yeah. Yeah, I saw that in the patch notes that they just added that feature. So I lost a 1 and then I lost 3. So I'm down 4. So now I'm going to bet 6 or 7 mil so that I'll win back my money and then still get... Oh, yeah. I'll go 6.5 mil. I see another nukers in the lobby there. Fluffy. But I'm trying to chase my losses, so I'm not going to go for 3 mil yet. I want to recover my loss first. Oh, we got Rankar in there now? I wonder how many of us are going to be... See, now we're all playing Russian roulette now. This is one of the downsides, is sometimes you gotta sit here and just kind of wait a little while. So you just gotta make sure you've got your volume on, so that if you're not paying super close attention, whenever they start, you hear the footsteps and the chair squeak as they join the match. There was one player I was playing Russian roulette against today who was really annoying, because he would join the match, and you have 3 minutes to take your turn, and if you time out, or if the other person times out, then you get to take action. Oh, here we go, Basehead. Let's do it, man. When they time out and you take action, you basically just grab the revolver and you unload the whole thing into their stomach. And then you win automatically. And so this guy would wait over 2.5 minutes. Oh. He would wait over 2.5 minutes, and then when there's like 10 seconds left, then he would take his turn. And he would do that like every time. So now I'm going to bet 13 mil. And just see how long it takes me to recover my losses. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5 losses in a row. That's not very good. I think I've only lost. I think this is close to like my maximum worst streak that I've had. But I've had like 7 consecutive wins. And I know I've heard of other players losing like 8 or 9 times in a row. What about you guys? What's the most times in a row you've lost? I'd be curious to know. Oh, what an act of courage. A triple shot. Come on, man. What, are you just giving it to me? I'll take it. So in terms of my own money, I'm back to not square one, because I've still made profit on all this, but I'm back ahead. So I just start small again. It's just the way that I do it. Man, I bet my statistics are going to look wild now. Now it's going to look bad because I lost a lot of other people's money. Yeah, look at this. My net total was above 250 mil. Wow, Basehead, you lost 10 in a row? Oh my God. Lost 10 in a row. That would be tough. Maybe I should rethink this. You know, it's not foolproof. It still is gambling. Maybe I'll just do it for YouTube. I don't know. I feel like it's kind of, I don't know why. It's just kind of fun to watch. Eight in a row? That's pretty bad too. So I lost 2 mil. Here's, I see somebody doing 4 mil. Queen Zeus. Here's my act of courage. Oh, dang. That was 8 mil pot. Oh, somebody's trying to do a trade with me. I'm going to see if I can recover this loss before I take a break and do a quick trade. Yeah, 10 losses in a row is really bad. That does scare me. that does kind of deter me from considering it, because, I mean, on one of my spreadsheets, I have... Oh, that's going to look bad. Where'd I go? Here we are. Cyberdog. Oh, I know them. I'm pretty sure I know them. I think they're a friend. Yeah, it is interesting that the top players have positive winnings. I bet it's because they mostly martingale it. And, I mean, the thing about the martingale is that, like, the deeper your pockets are, the more likely you are to survive. Right? All right. Thank you, Cyberdog. So in terms of my own personal money that I've been gambling with, I lost everybody else's money. Sorry, Basehead. Yeah. Really? You think they don't do martingale? I'm going to do a quick trade, but first, bear with me, because I'm going to change my screen format to, how do I do this? Never mind. I'm just going to... do a trade real quick. It's a pretty small trade. So we've got Banana Orchid and Peony. 14 and 77. So... I'll just drop in that much. Looks like I'm making approximately 300K. Accept and mail. Receipt. Send. Done. So that's how long it takes me to do a trade. I probably do need to get a faster PC. This one is a few years old. Alright, well, I do think I'm probably going to wrap up this live stream here, because we're coming up on, what, like 2 hours? And I don't have a plan for what to do beyond this. For the most part, I just wanted to open up all those drug packs and see the results. So, thanks everybody for participating and sending in your drug packs. I'm glad that we all made a profit together. That's good news. Maybe I'll do this again. Let me know if you want to do it again. And if you are interested in doing it, keep an eye on the item market. Watch the drug pack prices. And when you see them for sale, below the market value, that's when you should buy them. Or, get the symbiotic benefit block. It's one of the most profitable stock blocks, if you don't already know. And you can just kind of collect them that way. And maybe I'll just do this from time to time, and I'll always save my own to contribute more myself. But yeah, that's about it. Thanks for being so active in the chat. That's been a really fun part of this. And I'll see you guys later in other streams and in the game and other video uploads. So have a good rest of your day, night, morning. I know I got friends in countries all over the world, so wherever you are, enjoy the game, and see y'all later.